Hey everybody, it's Chad, Nobody Else's Auto, 7:30 Sunday evening. Time for some more Gearhead interactive live chat for the 300th time. How insane is that? Holy cow, that's crazy. Great group on tonight, already ready to go. Who is all here ready to go, ready to rock and roll? Buick Man, Guy the Car Guy. Pete is here. Let's see. Kevin L's with us. Mark Talene's here. Christine and Sean are on. Neil's here with us. Glad you guys are all here and ready to go. Looks like Facebook is connected, so everything is working tonight, which is kind of handy. And looks like you guys are excited and ready to go, which is awesome. We got a lot of fun stuff to do tonight. We'll see if we can get it all crammed in. So we got a lot of stuff we want to talk about. There is Tractor Mike hanging out with us. We're going to talk about Tractor Mike a little bit because I bought something for him yesterday that I'm not even really sure what it is, but he said buy it. So we now own it, and it's at the yard. So we'll talk about that in a bit. Hey, John Sanderson here with us. JP made it back tonight. Oh, boy, lots of stuff happening. Andy, the Rusty Okies here. 300 times. How insane is that? Bill Disk, John Anderson. No, it's not a tractor. It's green, but it's not a tractor. But anyway, Dennis Chapman's here. Before we get too far along, let's go ahead and catch a little bit of housekeeping real quick, and then we'll boogie into tonight's chat because we have a ton of stuff to talk about. Nate made it tonight. Autocorrect, please double check your comment before you hit send. If autocorrect changes it to something I can't understand, I will skip it. I try to catch most comments, even though I miss a few. But if I can't make it out, I just have to skip it completely. If you're on the Nobody Show Facebook page, please remember, I cannot see those comments. This is a shared video from the Nobody Else's Auto page. You will need to be on the Nobody Show, the Nobody Else's Auto Facebook page if you're on Facebook, or the Nobody Show YouTube channel if you would like to comment. Tim B, Hippie's here. Austin made it. Scott and Alec both here with us on Facebook. Trolls, we do occasionally get trolls on here. We've got some steps in place to help keep that under control. But if we do have one sneak on here, I ignore them. You guys do a great job of running them off. Super Chat's always super awesome, and we have the Supercharged Super Chat badge ready to rock and roll for tonight. See if we can set a record for Super Chats. Our top ever is 12 Super Chats in one night. We'll see if we can break that tonight. And, of course, on YouTube, we are dealing with ads. It is their game, and unfortunately, that's part of their game. So they let us use the system, but we have to deal with that. So anyway, A-Train here. Nut Farm's back. Let's get started off with a Hudson badge and an Auburn badge to kick the night off so everybody can take a double drink right out of the gate. And let's go ahead and get into tonight's chat. A guy went premium, no ads. There you go. All right. I had a busy week. I hope you guys did as well. Well, right there, John, starting us off right out of the gate with the first Supercharged Super Chat of the night. Thanks to John Anderson. Boom. Right there, starting us off right. The first one of the evening. Thanks, John. So anyhow, where to even start? Sean and Christine, boom, right there, following it right up from Christine. Thanks, everybody, for the Super Chats. That always helps out. Hubcap's here with us tonight. Boom, Kevin L. They're coming in fast and furious tonight, starting us off. I appreciate that. It's nice to know you guys think what we're doing here is good enough to make it worth throwing a few bucks at. I always appreciate that. All right. So anyway, I got so many notes, so many things to talk about, so many things we want to do tonight. But I guess we'll just start at the top. First off, the 73 Roadrunner did leave this week. Dad's here with us. Ryan's with us on Facebook. Mike from Texas is here. Glad you're enjoying it, John. The 73 Roadrunner is now in Wisconsin. And I'll show you what we did. I'm going to have a short coming up on this. Whoa, Austin! Boom, Austin! John Sanderson! Boom! It's coming from every different direction. We got a double shot of Supercharged Super Chats from Austin and John. Boom! Thanks, guys. So, yeah, so the Roadrunner has found a good home. But one thing that was kind of cool, let me get to my pictures here. I'll show you what we did after we loaded the car on, what day was it? Wednesday. And like I said, I've got a whole short coming on this. I got to get the clips put together. But took the car back to the dealership one more time and took pictures of it in front of Marmy's. Hey, there's Glenn. So that was kind of fun. And to top it off, Dave Marmy, Jerry and Dave Marmy were their dad started the dealership in 1960. My inventory changes every week, Janice. Even if I had a list, it could be different next week. So, and the thing about it, as far as builders, I've had people buy cars that I didn't consider a builder, but it was exactly what they wanted. So the best thing to do is give me a call and give me some ideas of what you're looking for a builder to see if I've got anything here, or if I know where there's one at. I mean, obviously I know a lot of people that are in this game, so I may not have what you're looking for, but there's always a possibility I may know where there's one at. Hey, Jeff from Ottawa's here with us. So Dave Marmy actually happened to be there. So the new owner actually got to talk to Dave Marmy. So that was pretty cool. It was kind of a fun experience, but we'll get the short up on that hopefully this week. That's right, Steve. Anything's a builder if you want it bad enough. That's 200% correct. So the Roadrunner's gone. It's at its new home. That was a fun afternoon. Nate was here yesterday. If you guys are on the Nobody's page, you saw what went home with Nate. So always good seeing Nate and Lincoln, and they will be here for the gathering as well. So be sure to check that out. If get on the Nobody's page and check out Nate's new El Camino. So you bet, Janice. Glad you're here. So anyhow, that was fun. Nate's got a new project, so be sure to check that one out. Did you guys, who caught the Mopar memorabilia video Friday night? If you missed Friday night's video and you like memorabilia, you need to go check it out. It is off the hook, and that's just a portion of that collection. So it didn't gain a lot of traction. I'm going to try some different thumbnails and see if I can get a little more traction on it. But what'd you guys think of it? But it was a crazy collection. So like I said, I need to play with a thumbnail or something and see if I can get a little more traction on it, because that collection definitely deserves some more appreciation than the amount of views that got. But it's crazy cool. Yeah, you'll definitely want to check it out, Alec. Oh, it's an amazing display. You know, he's got it all wired in, it all works. It's crazy. So, yeah, if you missed it, you got to check that thing out. It's nuts. And that's right, Pete. Hype the videos. I appreciate it. If you can hit the hype button, that helps out too. YouTube likes to see that also. So, anyway, so you'll definitely want to catch that. What else is happening? Pioneer Village update. I just noticed this afternoon that Dustin Southworth was officially named as the new director of Pioneer Village. I did text him and chatted with him a bit this afternoon. And so there is officially a new director / manager, whatever you want to call it, in charge of the museum, since our good friend Will needed to move back home to Arizona. Will did some amazing stuff, and I know Dustin's going to pick right back up where Will left off. Hey, there's Alan. I'm glad. I think I'm going to try to get up there here sometime sooner rather than later. We need to go up and renew our sponsorships of the vehicles, which you guys have been amazing about. I need to get that tallied up and see where we're at. Go spend some time with Dustin and keep working on some of the projects that we have been that we've started up there with the amazing collection at Pioneer Village. And hopefully someday they get the hotel back up. Maybe we can have a gathering up at Pioneer Village. So But glad to see things are still moving forward. Glad to see they have a new director in place to keep the momentum going from our friend Willis Garza that was there and did a lot of great things. So good news for Pioneer Village. Wichita Swap Meet coming up next weekend. Hope to see some of you there. I'll be going down Thursday to get set up. It's the only swap meet I actually set up at just because Dad got spaces there in like 88 or 89. So that's how long we've been setting up at the Wichita swap meet. Clear back when it was still at the Coliseum. Obviously now it's a downtown Century too. Yep, Steve will be there. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing some of you. If you want oil can books, Tom should be there. I am going to check with him tomorrow. I have 3 more orders. Hey, there's Kenny. I've got Mark Kirk, Mary Guthrie, and Dennis Chapman down for oil can books. If you do not have one of these yet and you want me to get you one, they are $25. And I can, I can pick them up next week. Whoa, there we go. Coming in from Hubcap Dylan. Another supercharged super chat. Boom. Thanks to Hubcap for another supercharged super chat. They're rolling in tonight. I super appreciate it, guys. That's right, Nick. Taking his wife on a date to the swap meet again this year. Hey, if you can get away with it, why not, right? Yeah, let me know if you want one, gal, because I'm going to order them tomorrow. Chai Savage is back. And I may have him bring 1 or 2 extras, but I never get more than 1 or 2 because I don't want to get 10 of them here and be stuck with them. So, hey, there's Steve with us on Facebook. Met your wife at an auction, so what? Not a true story. There you go. Sounds like a plan. So if you want one of these, let me know. Get me paid so I can get these ordered tomorrow and pick them up at the swap meet. Or if you're coming to the swap meet, you can pick them up there yourself. I don't care. It's the same price. So I just need to let Tom know how many to bring so that we have enough to cover everybody. So it wouldn't surprise with anybody in this group, John. Which is awesome, but it doesn't surprise me with this group. Hey, Skippy made it. So let me know if you want to book so I can get them picked up this weekend and get them with your orders. Like I said, or if you're going to be at the swap meet, I can just have Tom bring an extra one for you. So just let me know. Let's have a Hudson badge. Let's keep things boogieing. Wow, we're already halfway to our record super chats. We've got 6. We've had 12 one night. That was our best. Okay. Auctions. 2 auctions this week. One Thursday, one Saturday. And the Thursday auction, there's some stuff right over here in the auction pile. Fresh meat. In fact, I got another box outside that I haven't even drug in here yet. I got a box just outside the door from Thursday auctions that I haven't even looked at yet. Maybe we should sell some stuff out of there. Sound like a plan? I don't know. That's right, Buick, man. We're going to get to that here in just a second. So, hey, Kevin Brown. Well, you're here now, Kevin. Hopefully it hangs in there. Whoa, Skippy hitting us up with another supercharged super chat. Boom. Thanks to Skippy for hitting us up with another one. Boom. There you go, Alec. Bringing it on in. Yep. He wants me to go get that box, don't you, Alec? Yeah, we need to go drag it out here. That's right, Skippy. You did. So, okay. I know what's in it. It's all magazines, but there was some knockout magazines in it. I didn't even look at it when I bought it. Actually, I didn't look at it when I bought it. Whoa, Guile hitting us up again. Boom, right there. Guile, the car guy, hitting us up with another supercharged super chat. I'm going to need to get the other emblem out. I'm going to wear this one out. Hey, Ryan Fairchild, our good friend from Dry Lake Brewing, here with us right now. And you guys that are all signed up for the gathering, we're going to go hang out at Ryan's place here in just a couple of months. Huge shout out to Ryan for letting us use their party room, welcoming us with open arms, and really making us feel at home the last couple of years. So check him out, Dry Lake Brewing. Hit their Facebook page up, give them a like, and plan on seeing Ryan here in a couple of months. So he's really taking great care of us. Gorilla Shells. Austin's ready for Cheyenne Bottoms right now. Whoa, Nut Farm coming in with another one. Another supercharged super chat. Wolverine Dugster is here. Boom. Nut Farm hitting us up right there. Thanks, Nut Farm. Yep, Steve, I had an auction on Thursday and an auction on Saturday. So anyway, Bill Disk is ready for some. Are we going to be able to have trivia again this year, Ryan? That was a lot of fun last year. Although y'all need to sharpen up your skills a bit because you all got skunked. But I don't know if Ryan's going to be able to slap some trivia for us together or not, but that was a great time last year as well. And speaking of which, we as far as the gathering, whoa, David D coming in with another one. They're dropping like flies. Thanks, David D, for another supercharged super chat. Trivia is a go. Awesome. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. I know everybody's looking forward to it, but man, guys, we got to sharpen our skill set up a bit. I mean, the crowd kind of thumped you guys last year. So, but yeah, that was a great time. It was a great added deal. And super appreciate Ryan for his hospitality and hosting us and letting us use their party room and stuff. And we've got more people coming this year. In fact, that's something else we need to talk about. We are like 26 prepaid right now. I think we're going to have to cap it at about 35. That if you're not in, get with me if you want to make sure you're locked in with a spot for the gathering. Like I said, it's filling up. Last year, I think we had like 16 people paid before that weekend before. We had more people show up, but that's why the numbers thing is going to be really tight because we're going to have food ordered. I got to let Ryan know about how many people we're expecting. I got to have, the guy that's cooking for us has got to have food ready. I mean, there's just a lot of bits and pieces. Pete helping keep things organized on his end. If we don't have, that's the whole purpose of the pre-registration is to try to keep this all tied together and straight. So if you're not in and you're planning on coming, please get with me soon so that we can get you paid and get you on the list, get you on Pete's priority list to make sure everybody keeps up with everything as we get nearer and nearer to the gathering. So glad you enjoyed it, John. Keg taps are always cool. I was always cool man cave stuff. So, yeah, but that's one thing about Goodwill. You never know what you're going to find either. So anyway, that's, it's going to be here before we know it, even though it's a little over 2 months out, it is going to sneak up on us. And like I said, guys, that's the purpose of getting you pre-registered and prepaid because I'm working with all these other people. I'm working with Mark on our food, at Ryan at the brewery. Pete's managing the list, keeping the updates going out. So that's why it's so critical to be pre-registered on this thing so that we've got it locked in. And like I said, we can't have 100 people out there that day. It just wouldn't work. So that's why we're coming pretty close to where we're going to have to shut down pre-registration. So if you're interested, please get with me. And let's get you nailed down and get you on the list and ready to go. So glad Ryan's with us tonight. I'm glad you guys are excited about heading back to Dry Lake Brewing. May 16th is our weekend, Christine. Coming in, and a lot of people do come in on Friday. You're welcome to come just for the day. You're welcome to come for the whole weekend. Ryan is super gracious by allowing us to use their party room both Friday and Saturday nights. Big Job made it. So we've been congregating down there. He's got food trucks. We've got Lumpy's just on the other side of the parking lot, which is a sports bar. We've got Gambino's Pizza right next door. So plenty of food right in the immediate vicinity. We'll be at the yard on Saturday morning, lunch at the yard. Come check out my cars, Dad's cars that afternoon. Back to the brewery that night for some beer and trivia, and then a quick breakfast on the way out Sunday morning. So that's kind of our kind of what we've done the last couple of years. It's worked pretty well. If we can find something else we can kind of squeeze in there, we try to, just like last year with the auction. Whoa, another supercharged super chat from Andy the Rusty Okie coming in, hitting us up with another supercharged super chat. Thanks, Andy. So anyhow, excited about that. It's going to be awesome. You bet, Andy. Glad you guys are all here helping support what we're doing. So anyway, that's a quick rundown of what we're going to do. And like I said, if something else pops up, we can try to squeeze in, just like running to the auction for a couple hours last year. Thought we lost Balin Wire permanently at the auction. He did finally show back up. It was like running off the stuff was like pouring out of the sides of his truck, but he did make it back. So anyway, if we can try to squeeze something else in there, we'll try to work it in. If not, that's going to be kind of our rough, schedule of what we plan on doing. So anyway, what else is happening? Auctions this week. Like I said, I hit 2 auctions. I got some cool stuff in the boxes right now. I need to go get that box outside. There is some super crazy early magazine stuff in here. Not even look at the box. They said they were selling this box of car magazines. I went and looked. The top couple issues look cool. I bid one time. I bought the whole box. Somebody else was bidding on it. I just jumped in at the end because I didn't even realize what they were selling. I picked those couple up, and I was like, holy cow, these things are like, this is like some super cool, crazy early stuff. Have not looked at it. Don't know what it is. If I go get it and I sell you any of it, I don't even know what I'm selling you until we pull it out of the box. If you guys want to do anything crazy like that, that is a possibility. I got some other stuff I got in here already ready to go for tonight. It's going to be fun. Anyway, that was Thursday. Saturday, I got a short coming up on this thing too. Tractor Mike is going to have to possibly comment on the short to fill us in a little bit. Got us ready for some auction time. We're going to get to it here fairly soon. We're going to try to keep things moving. I've got a ton of stuff in here too for the auction. So we're going to kind of keep working through stuff. You guys want to catch on the Tucker stuff. We got to give away the mystery box. So I went to this auction. It was actually a country club auction, believe it or not. You say, why would I go to a country club auction? Well, it's a great 300 episode auction idea. Just drag a box in there, start yanking stuff out of it and selling it, even though I don't know what's in there. The Corvette model is where'd it go? Oh, it is still laying over there, Steve. It's still laying in there. We can get it out. I got to figure out if I want to sell it or not. But it's right over there. So anyway, I went because they had a bunch of stainless steel tables and sinks. And I did get one bought. I bought a big, long stainless steel sink with 2 sinks and then 2 tables on each end to work on to wash parts and wash hubcaps and wash oil cans and stuff in. So I'm going to try to set it up back by my bathroom and actually plumb it in. So that's why I went. I did not wear the gold jacket, though. Did not wear the gold jacket out there, Ryan. But they had a bunch of green equipment for groundskeeping. I did not get a check from you this week, Mark. I got a check from Kevin L. I got a check from Kevin Brown. But I did not get your check, Mark. Auction of 300G. Yep, they had some John Deere groundskeeping equipment. So Tractor Mike said, I done got one of them, but buy that one too. So I bought it. So we're going to have a short coming up on this weird, funky piece of John Deere equipment that I bought that Tractor Mike now owns. Sounds good, Dougster. I'll be watching for it. Yeah, I'll probably get it Monday, Mark. But we got a fun raffle coming up next week too. So, or next month, excuse me. So anyway, Yes, Kenny, we're good. Yep. It's a trap and bunker rake. Okay. I didn't know what it was. It's got, I guess that would make sense with that goofy thing on the back of it. But yeah, I didn't know that. Congratulations, John. That's awesome. So it's a trap and bunker rake, and it's only got 3 wheels. So yeah, it's weird. Trap and bunker rake. Okay. No clue. You had me. So that's right. Like, everybody needs a trap and bunker rake, right? Right. Exactly. Why not? So Tractor Mike owns a whatever bunker rake on a John Deere. So yeah. So apparently it must be worth something. So, yep, and you got 2 of them now. Yep. So anyway, all right, let's get into we got a lot of stuff we want to do. We want to talk about the Tucker stuff. We got Chrysler 300 stuff, new inventory, the Nobodies page. Let's catch that Nobodies page real quick. You guys have been awesome on the Nobodies page here lately. Tons of stuff on there. Everybody's posting. It's awesome seeing all of the, everything you guys are finding, the stuff you're posting, the videos, just a lot of great stuff on the Nobodies page. There's Nate's El Camino, Buick, man, all the cool videos you've been posting. Those are actually pretty cool. You've been getting a lot of great comments on those. Tractor Mike's Model A. Hey, there's Dan from Defiance. Glad you're here. Sean made it tonight. Cream City Pete out working. Just tons of great stuff. So it awesome seeing all the participation on that page. The numbers keep slowly ticking up. 129 members. Holy cow. Tractor Mike just sent me what these things are bringing. He must have forgot. He hasn't paid me for it yet. It's technically still mine. Woo! And I thought that bumper thing was aftermarket. That's the way it's supposed to be. Whoa! Guy on the car guy hit us up with another supercharged super chat. Boom! Thanks, guy on the car guy. Appreciate it. I didn't know that a trap and bunker rake came with a button that said apply for financing. Holy cow. All right. Oh, there we go. Another one from Sean. Boom! Coming out with a vengeance. We are almost to 15 already, and you guys are still rolling with another supercharged super chat. Boom! Kevin L coming in with another one from the side. They're coming in from all over. Boom! From Kevin L again. Awesome, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support and everything you're doing to help us out. Boom. Sean and Kevin L. So anyway, the Nobodies page is awesome seeing you guys participate on there. And I appreciate everybody jumping in there and playing along there as well. Go get that box. We'll go get it here in a little bit. Don't let me forget. New inventory real quick. I did pick up one goofy, funky little car this week that I don't even know what it was. I've got it narrowed down to about a 5-year window. It's British. It's weird. It's funky. It's in pieces. It's been in a garage for like 25 years. I've got it narrowed down to a 56 to 59 MGA, I think. That's could be true, Nut Farm. So, did pick up a late 50s MGA for whatever that's good for. I now have one. I guess I should have been buying trap rate 3 John Deeres, I guess. I don't know. That's true, Skippy. That could happen. We do need to get this badge up, though. We haven't had these up in a while, so let's give you a few of these. I know everybody's getting thirsty. And let's catch. I'm guessing so. That's as good a guess as I got, Guile. I don't know. But let's catch a badge and a hubcap real quick. Then we're going to catch the Tucker stuff. Then we're going to do a drawing. Then we'll see. Let's get some auction stuff squeezed in. What do you guys think, huh? For badges tonight, it's a set. And I guess it's appropriate for this evening. Tonight's badges are from a late 60s car. The Chrysler 300. Yes, a set of emblems off of 67, 68, around in there. That, these were used on the quarter panels, I think, on the trunk lid. So, yeah, British cars, I got a few of those. German cars, of course, everybody's got Volkswagen Bugs. But Toyotas, Hondas, Nissans, Kias, Hyundais, anything like that, there's one spot for all that stuff. It does show up. It's got one spot. It's called the stack in the back. Drain the fluids, pull the tires and wheels so I can sit those. So use the tires and wheels for jack stands. There goes the hearts and fireworks, and throw them in the stack. So tonight's emblem, the 300 from a late 60s Chrysler 300. Seemed appropriate, right? Like Tim said, let's do some 300 stuff for 300. So there we go. These are kind of just a smaller block font deal. Hey, man from the farm made it. Special foreign poster. This. Oh, yeah. Tractor Mike did make me buy a Ferrari poster this week. It just made me think about my Ferrari again that I sold 20 some years ago that I probably should have kept, but I still miss that car. So anyway, we'll go with 300 emblems tonight. There you go, Nate. We got one. Whoa, man from the farm coming in, hitting us with another supercharged super chat from Man from the Farm. Boom. Thanks, Man from the Farm, for hooking us up with another supercharged super chat tonight. Says that's your third super on a live stream, is what YouTube's telling me, whatever that means. Boy, Nate, if you came to Great Bend with another with a trailer and came back with another car, you might be in trouble. But there's an MGA sitting here, and actually, it's not worth restoring, but it'd be perfect for a gasser. The grill is missing, but the doors are there, the hood's there. Is the trunk lid there? Maybe the trunk lid's gone. There you go, Nate. Just what you need. So anyway, going with 300 badges tonight for the emblem, and let's catch the hubcap as well. Sticking with that Chrysler 300 theme. This is a great cap, by the way. And then we're going to get to the Tucker stuff, and then we're going to do a drawing. Sounds good, big job. Glad you were here with us tonight. Sounds like a fun trip. Tonight's hubcap. Now, this is the exact same cap the 300 used. Hubcap Robert said it's not technically 300 because the center's not red, but it's the same cap. It was just on some other weird Chrysler model, but it is the same cap they used on 57 Chrysler 300s. Now, this part right back here on a 300 was red. They just painted this one part here red on a 300. Other than that, this is the exact same cap. So I call it a 300 cap because it's cool and it's a cool cap, and it is the exact same cap they used on a 300. Now, you could say that maybe it flaked off or something, but it's a nice one, Skippy. It's a good-looking cap. Now, like I said, the argument could be made that maybe the red flaked off and it was a 300 cap. However, that isn't true on this particular cap. And I know that because I pulled this out of the rafters of the dealership. It's brand new. It's never been on a car. It still has the part number stamping on the backside. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's right, Nate. Sounds like a terrible idea. So you might have to make another trip to Great Bend. Actually, it's actually right behind the semi-trailers where we loaded the El Camino. You were 30 feet from it. You just didn't see it. That's right, Christine. It is very sweet. It's a cool piece. So that's why I figured we'd squeeze some Chrysler 300 stuff in with the emblems and this NOS 57 300 hubcap. This was literally hanging in the rafters. I literally personally took this down out of the rafters of an old Chrysler dealer. Yeah, I don't think 20 would touch it, Skippy. But it is a cool piece. So we had to squeeze some Chrysler 300 stuff in tonight for sure. Hey, Wiley made it. So anyhow, definitely had to get some 300 stuff in for episode 300. Yeah, that's right, Nate. Probably is because you just have to turn right back around and make another trip up here. All right, guys. Now, there was discussion about something everybody wanted to do. It came up a couple weeks ago because I was sitting here on Saturday night getting things ready. And I have, obviously, my two monitors up, and I had YouTube up on this one, and I was working on this one. And the movie Tucker popped up in the suggestions on my YouTube screen. I was like, I haven't stopped and watched that in several years. So hit click. So we talked about it the next night, and everybody's like, let's do it for the 300. Get all your Tucker stuff out for 300. So that's what we've got tonight. We're going to spend a few minutes on that, and then we're going to do the raffle and announce the new raffle, and then we will get into some auction stuff. Then after that, we'll see what else we can catch, cans and things like that after that. So it is a great movie. It is a great movie. So starting off with the obvious, the 800-pound gorilla in the room, right behind me, my Tucker banner. This is real. It is original. It's not perfect. It's got some tears. It's got a small tear over on this side. But this is a now almost 80-year-old banner, and it still exists. It has good color. I've seen a lot of these that are heavily faded. A lot of times part of the crest is heavily faded out of them. This one is nowhere near mint. It's got some tears, some stains, but it is real deal original. We did a video on this. I actually bought this from Dave at the Pioneer Auto Museum in North Dakota. Dave's is no longer with us, but his dad was a John Deere dealer, and he had actually signed up to be a Tucker dealer. This was hanging at the Pioneer Auto Show in North Dakota, or South Dakota, excuse me. And he does buy, sell, and trade. I mean, he did, that was when Dave was alive, and it was a great time. He was a good dude. And this was hanging in there, and we just asked if he wanted to sell it. Yeah, Murdo, South Dakota. And he said he might. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And actually, this was even before I was doing YouTube. This was in 2019. We were just kind of starting to play with YouTube. 2020, we kind of started doing a little bit, and it was like 21 before I really started getting serious about doing my YouTube. So when we bought this, wasn't even really doing it. We went back up in 21. So we took the banner with us and I actually did sit down with Dave, and it's on the channel. You can go in and look for the Tucker banner. And we sit down and talk with Dave, and he tells us that tells us the story about his dad signing up to be a Tucker dealer. This is the banner they got. It had been in the family since from 1948 until 2019 when he agreed to sell it to us. There are some of these that do exist. They are not completely non-existent. There are some out there. Occasionally one will come up for sale. I did a little bit of looking. There were a few auction results on them, nothing current. But there were a few of them out there that have changed hands at big auctions, but definitely not a piece that you see very often. Sweet, Kyle, that's awesome. Yeah, that's right, Dougster. Tucker was way ahead of his time. I mean, almost every idea he had is now incorporated in the cars we drive today. That should tell you something about how far ahead of his time he was. So I need to do something with this, get a custom built frame or something. I don't know what it's going to cost, but I do need to get this thing under glass, and try to preserve it best we can. But no kid named Tucker. Yeah, you got to watch the movie. You guys have not seen Tucker the movie, you've got to watch it. No question about it. So that is a real deal original Tucker banner from what was to be a Tucker dealership. So that is really, when he even considered the idea of selling it, Addie and I were both like, oh, are you kidding me? And we actually were able to put a deal together on it. It was a car, Steve, the Tucker automobile. They made 50 of them, and then there was one more car assembled from the leftover parts after they were basically forced out of business by the government and the big three. So anyway, that's a real deal. Thanks, Leo. Glad you're enjoying it. So that is definitely a very, very special piece to us in our collection. You're going to have to settle for a repo. Yeah. I don't know if they make those. Like I said, I found a few auction results on them, a couple from 2015 and one that was undated. Barrett sold one in 2015. Meekum sold a pretty heavily faded pair of them in 2015. RM Sotheby's sold one, but I didn't see a date on it. So there are a few out there that do pop up occasionally, but not very often. So that's really a special piece to me. Oh, Yvette Vanderbrink's on with us. Glad you're here with us tonight, Yvette. But it's yeah, and like I said, I was just looking at what the Sotheby's and the Meekum and the Barrett results were. But and there again, it's hard to say what. As Yvette knows better than anybody, sometimes things get carried away at an auction. So, but to me, it's a really cool piece, and like I said, to have it here is it's kind of almost a privilege to have something like that in our personal collection. Now, you guys that have been hanging out with us for a while, right up here into the corner, we do have the Tucker radio control head. Tucker radios also are out there. They are available. Accessories were sold. Cold Minnesota, you can keep it up there. It was mid-40s here today. I'll take it. 70s yesterday, mid-40s today. I don't want any more cold for the year. So this was the instructions that came with the radio head we've got hanging up here. Gilmore has number 47. Yeah, they've got one. Speedway's got one. I've only seen one in person, and that was at a museum in Stone Mountain, Georgia. But this is the paperwork for the radio control head unit that we've got hanging up right here behind the banner. That is just a separate individual control unit. This is the complete radio. In the box, all original. Thanks, Yvette. Appreciate that. And it's all here. You know, I don't know if I could get into ice fishing. I like to fish, but I don't like to be that cold. If you got 24 inches of ice, that is insane cold. I don't want any of that. So, yep, brand new, and it's all here. I'll see if I can kind of. So, we've got the control unit, just like the one we've got hanging up. Speaker, which is shot, obviously, after 78 years. And what a lot of people don't realize is these were the control units, but the actual radio was controlled by these cables that were connected to the control unit and then hooked into the radio itself. Let me move some of this around a bit. Okay. Doug sure likes ice fishing too. Like I said, I like to fish, guys, but I don't like to be cold. So you guys can have all of the ice fishing. I shouldn't say it. I like to go ice fishing maybe once or twice. Say I did it, but just not a fan of the cold. So, okay, this box is also in here. This box includes all this stuff is in here. That's true, Pete. It could. Mounting bolts. Warranty card. Another hardware kit. With more of the actual, this is the original mounting hardware for this radio. Well, that's right. I forgot. A lot of you guys actually do have cabins out on the ice. I forgot about that too. The template for mounting it. The package contents list. The instructions. and the customer warranty policy covering the Tucker approved auto radio. So, I think it's cool. Yeah, pretty sure the warranty's expired. All this stuff's still in here. I do want to get all this stuff back in here just as it was. I actually bought this on eBay years ago, like shortly after eBay kind of became a thing. Believe it or not, eBay back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there were still a lot of deals on eBay. In fact, you could almost buy parts off eBay and then flip them. You can't do that today, but eBay wasn't that big. That's right, Yvette. He essentially was killed by the big three. The government did it, but it was because the big three was pushing, and that's what killed him. And all this stuff, like all these radios that were sold, that was part of the deal. You bought it. The more accessories you bought, the sooner you were supposed to get your Tucker. And that's why some of this stuff still exists. But it's cool. But yeah, this was actually on eBay, but this was probably 2001, 2002. I mean, well over 20 years ago when you could still find some deals on there. And that's when I bought it. But there it is, the original box, the whole shooting match for the Tucker radio. So I'm going to get this out of the way. I'll pack it back up here later so we can kind of keep moving tonight. Yeah, there are radios out there. That's right, Buick, man. You can find the radios. They are awesome collector's pieces, but there are radios out there. Couple more Tucker pieces to catch yet tonight before we give away the mystery box. Now, this next piece, these are readily available. They crank these things out like crazy. And I'm sure this is a reprint. It looks old, but I'm sure this is a reprint. This was the brochure for the Tucker car. And I think you can buy these on eBay for like 12 or 15 bucks. I mean, as many as you want. I'm sure this is probably a reprint based on the way it looks. Hearts are still flowing. That's awesome. And these are a nice fold-out piece. These are kind of a cool, unique piece that, like I said, are still readily available. They still print. And something cool to hang in your man cave if you want something like this that's kind of different. But it was the brochure, or one of the brochures that they had to promote the car. So that's another piece I just picked up over the years to have. And the last thing we're going to spend a few minutes with on the Tucker stuff before we get to the raffle and the auctions, etc., is Tucker Topics, the official Tucker Corporation dealer publication. This is original. This was issue, does it have an issue number on it? I don't see an issue number on it. June of 48. And this was their corporate magazine. Now, there are a few different variations of Tucker Topics out there. There are some earlier ones. This one, being a later one, has the car on it. Automobile editor drives Tucker, loafs along at 80. This is very fragile. We're probably not going to get through this whole thing. I'm trying to be super careful with it, but I want to give you an idea of some of the stuff that's in here. The car's out on the show circuit. Come back here. That's right, or your she shed. I said man cave or your she shed. That's right, Yvette. Talks about the engine. That's true. I just should have got my white gloves out. Facts about Tucker Group A accessories, like we were just talking about. All right. I've actually got some white gloves, Skippy. I just keep forgetting to get them. Who was? Did Mark send those to me? I just keep forgetting to get them out. There are 6 radios on eBay right now from $1,600 to $3,000. Okay. So, yeah, I knew there were some radios out there. Okay, let's see. What are the accessories? The suit, are these all suitcase? Yeah, these are all the suitcases. Tucker Group A accessories now available to the public offer what factory officials believe is one of the greatest values of their type ever put on the market. The accessories package is available in 6 combinations, varying only in luggage style. Each group, of course, includes an approved Tucker automobile radio and Tucker Royal Rayon seat covers. Each buyer of any accessory group is allotted a car delivery sequence number by the dealer making the sale, thus providing for subsequent car deliveries in the same order in which accessory sales are made. Thanks, Leo. Isn't there 3 missing, Yvette? It seems like there's 3 missing. If I remember correctly. Yeah, you don't see the luggage very often. But it seems like there's 48 cars documented out of the 51 if you count the one that was assembled after the fact. But it seems like I read somewhere there's 3 missing. So if somebody knows that, correct me if I'm wrong. So anyway, the Tucker topics. Now, we're going to do something out of order real quick now. I do want to share something with you guys here right now concerning the raffle. Speaking of Tucker availability of memorabilia, stuff that's on eBay, things like that, I did look. So please pay attention here because we're going to do something out of order. Eric says that there are not any undocumented ones. Okay. I thought there were 3 lost cars that nobody knew what happened to them. So maybe those have been found, but that's what I was thinking. Have not heard of that one, Wiley. Geronimo, have not heard of that one. So anyway, I'm sure some of them were wrecked. Yvette said she checked with her contact, and he said that they're all documented at this point. So maybe that means there were a few that were destroyed that were documented. That I'm not sure. But I didn't know all 51 cars had been found. So we need a Hudson badge. But anyway, as far as this week's raffle or this month's raffle goes, for March, holy cow, we're already at March. On this issue of Tucker Topics, there is one of these on eBay. I looked this afternoon. Let's see. Rumor mill was in Minnesota, supposed to have been buried in a container by a barn sale that Yvette did. Huh. That's kind of crazy. I think there was 50 made and then one more out of extra parts. Joe, that's where I'm coming up with 51. But that's what I'm remembering from what I've read. So anyway, if anybody does want their own issue of this Tucker Topics, I did look. There is one on eBay right now for $250. There's one out there. Or for the March raffle, you could win my extra copy. How's that for a March raffle? My extra copy is going up for the March raffle. What do you think of that, guys? Is that cool? I thought it was kind of cool. You guys wanted to talk about Tucker? You all right there, Big Job? Okay, we're getting some pretty positive response to the March raffle. You all right, Bill? That I think we kind of set some people off with that. I'm not seeing anybody against winning your own copy of Tucker Topics. Skippy needs a nitro pill. So, like I said, there's one, as of this afternoon, there was one on eBay for $250, or I'm going to raffle off my extra copy for this month. So, was that fun Tucker stuff or what, guys? But that's what you guys wanted to do, so I told you we'd get it out and spend a few minutes with some Tucker memorabilia tonight. Glad you enjoyed it, John. Something kind of different. Had a lot of fun with it. Okay. I suppose we want to give away the mystery box now, right? While we're on the raffle. You ready to give away the mystery box? Let's get the mystery box out and give it away. Find out who we're going to ship it to. Okay. Like we explained to you, this box weighs about 9.5 pounds. It is basically 16 by 12 by 8. And it's going to the winner, whoever name we draw out of the hat. Actually, it actually has a size printed on the bottom of it, too. This is license plates, grease caps, emblems. I think there's some cans in there. I packed this thing over a month ago. I don't even really remember what's in it. But it's heading to a new home here real shortly. Let's give it away. Let's see who got in this week. That's right. It's a big one. So this last week, who got in? Big Job, Kevin Brown, Mary Guthrie, Dennis Chapman, Matt Williams, Michael Lagola, and Ron Levesque. So this month was a little smaller raffle, so we will give away the mystery box, and then we will give away entries into next month's raffle. Scotty D back with us on Facebook from the Pomona Swap Meet today in California. Hope you had a good time at the swap meet, Scott. We can do that, Big Job. We're going to find out who's going to win it here real shortly, though. Those names are all in the can, ready to go, shaking them up good. Shake up the big Buick oil can. And let's see who's getting that big mystery box. Are we ready? I think I got one. Here we go. Matt Williams. Getting a mystery box. So let's give away 10 entries to start off the Tucker Topics raffle for March. I still can't believe we're giving away a Tucker Topics. I got an extra copy. We're giving it away. I should probably keep it, right? I should probably keep the extra Tucker Topics than I have Tucker Topics. Sounds like a way better plan to Chad, but I bet you guys don't agree. Because I already showed it to you, so I really don't have a choice. Although it does now, in retrospect, keeping it actually sounds like a much better plan. All right, who's going to start off the next raffle? Matt is out. Got to be a different name other than Matt. Two Tucker Topics are better than two John Deere trap rakes. Yeah. Ron Levesque kicking us off in the new raffle. So we'll get Ron's entries right back into the can. But for now, we're clean and ready to go for next month. Okay. So how crazy was that, guys? Christine's ready to party on. Sounds like a good plan. There we go. Oh. Oh, how to get in the raffle. Okay, I didn't follow you there, Nut Farm, but yeah, raffles are $1 an entry. You send me $5, your name goes in the big Buick oil can 5 times, $10, 10 times. PayPal, check money, PayPal friends and family. If you don't use friends and family, you decrease the amount of entries you're going to get because of what they're taking. Check, money order, Western Union, whatever works for you. But $1 per chance gets you into the big Buick oil can for the drawing at the end of the month, which will be, looks like the 29th of March. So the 31st is on a Tuesday, so we'll do this on the 29th. Perfect. That's awesome, Hubcap. That'd be great. You get it up on the Nobody's page, and that way everybody can see it. So anyhow, what's next? What do you guys want to do? I got an idea. Nut Farm is already sighting in. So, yeah, but I didn't even see Wickman jumped on there. So, sometimes, there's Wickman. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just, sometimes comments get scrolling so quick that I completely miss them. The PayPal information is in the text part of the video as well. And so is my phone number. You can always call me if you've got any questions. So, apologize, I missed that. Payments just got going through. Yes, I did get, I did have you go by Rooster, right, Steve? I did print that last night, I think. I haven't had time to sort it out to mark down what it was for, but I did get a payment from you, Steve. So Austin is already sighting in as well. All right, well, let's get the auction pile relocated over to here. We've got some cool stuff tonight. We've got some awesome stuff, actually. And actually, a couple things that I may just put a reserve on just for the fun of it, because it's some pretty cool stuff. All right. Am I looking for topics as far as when we talk about Yvette, or I build it out every week. So if anybody's got ideas of what they want to talk about, we can always incorporate them in. That's for sure. Let's get this stuff moved around here. Oh, does anybody want to see Tootsie Toys before we start the auction and then sell you some Tootsie Toys? Just an idea, just a thought. Oh. Yeah, we did talk about Swap Me, John. Are you going to be there? I thought about calling you today and didn't get that far. Hudson Badge. All right, let's look. I'm going to show you another box of Tootsies right before we get into the auction, because I've got more Tootsies in the auction. So this is another box. We've got more to go. Believe it or not, we showed you one box last week. Remember, this was last week's collection. Corvette model at 40 with Steve. You're going to keep pushing me on that one, aren't you, Steve? All right, this next Tootsie set, Playtime by Tootsie. Now, these aren't in the set as organized as the last ones were, but there are tons of them in here. In fact, we're going to split this box up, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 cars in here. We're going to look at a few cars tonight, but I don't want to spend all the night on the box tonight. So we're going to start off with a handful out of here. Starting off with, whoa, Christine coming in with another supercharged super chat. Boom! Kind of got off topic on super chats here lately. Christine sneaking another one in there. Super appreciate that from Christine. Boom, boom. Supercharged super chat. Thank you. Starting off with, this stuff just blows my mind. Check out this tow truck. Yeah. Yeah. How crazy is that? That is original. That is original paint. You know, there's nothing that shows any signs of it ever being sandblasted. You can still see the slag in the metal on the sides here. Yeah, how off the rails is that? Shell. Yeah. And there again, this is original on the bottom as well. That's a lot of hearts. Look at this car. Cadillac type sedan. Yes, Glenn, all my buildings are alarmed, by the way. Yeah, it was kind of a gift to myself and Addie, yes. So, okay. We better get to the auctions. I'm showing these because I've got some similar to this. So, we're going to spend a little more time with this next week because there's so many cool ones in here. But I wanted to share some of them with you because I've got some of my extras in the auction tonight. So, I wanted to make you guys aware of that. So, let's put these back away. Still lots. There's still 7 more in here you haven't seen. Yeah. All right, let's get some stuff to the auction block. Oh, you want to get that other box out there? Let me go grab that other box so we don't forget it. Then we'll start selling. You guys all have a Hudson badge. Give me 30 seconds. Okay. I don't know what's in here. This is on top. This is electronic phonic stereo 8-track. Whatever that's for. Let's get this out of the way. I have not looked in here. So, that's some of these are kind of not complete. So let's grab. Let's see what we got here. Okay. We're just going to say this. I don't know what's here. Some of these, this is missing a cover. I haven't seen these till right now. You're seeing them as I see them, okay? And we're just going to sell this handful right here. I just pulled them out. We'll get some more out here in a minute. Okay, this one's missing a cover. Motor age, February 1927. There's another one missing a cover. March 1927. We're this is as live as it gets, Guile. July of 1926. This one is complete. And January of 1921. And this one is missing the back cover. So, like I said, I didn't even know it was in there until I just pulled it out. So as always with these auctions, we're going to go 90 seconds. Shipping will be included in the 48 states unless otherwise noted. If you're a non-U.S. buyer, you can always play, and then you'll just have to get me paid in U.S. funds. However, you will be responsible for non-U.S. shipping. If you're not sure what's going on and you just want to go ahead and throw a bid out there but not sure what to do, you can always call me tomorrow if you get something bought, and we'll get it sorted out. Check money order, PayPal, Western Union, any of that's fine. We're going to give you a Hudson badge to get rolling. And let's go ahead and start the auctions off tonight. All four of these Motor Age magazines from the 20s, 2 with covers, 2 without. And like I said, I just pulled them out of the box. I don't know if they're complete, how much is missing on some of these. They are super killer. They are 100+ years old. They should not exist, but they do. So, anyway, you're going to get all 4 of them, or what's there on all 4 of them. Hey, there's Big Rig Brett on these 20s era Motor Age. Let's get it on a timer. I got Guile at 15. I got Steve at 30 on Facebook. Steve at 30. Coming up on the 30-second mark. $30 seconds gone. I've still got Steve at 30. One minute gone. Guile at 35. 30 seconds left to go. Guile, the car guy, at 35. We're ticking away, working our way to the end. Guile, the car guy, at 35. And that does it. Marking those to Guile, the car guy, at 35. Steve had a 37 and it was too late. Just popped up. Yeah, that's kind of some neat stuff. Haven't done one of these in a while. These are kind of fun. This thing's in great shape. It's 61 years old. And it's one of the ham radio plates. These are always fun because they're always funky with the weird call signs on them. So We've had some ham guys on here over the years. Something stuck in my lip. We can still do. 20 with Big Rig Brett. And away we go. This is a 1965 red and white. It is used. It's got some scratches around the holes where it was on. But condition-wise, this thing is amazing. Don't know anything about the call sign. I've got a handful of various ham plates. Don't know anything about them other than they're cool and funky. And most people don't even really know what they are. This thing, you can actually see the stampings in it. Really clean, really great shape on the 1965 ham radio plate. Nope, just Midway USA because it's in the middle of the country. Steve, 30. Glad you're here tonight, Tim. I got Steve at 30 on Facebook. $32 with Christine. Just past that 1 minute mark. $32 with Christine coming down to the end. And Christine gets that one done at 32. Steve had a 35 in there that got hung up too. Steve, you're going to have to fire a little bit earlier. Facebook may be hung up. In fact, you guys might want to everybody may want to go ahead and hit refresh real quick. And we'll keep moving along here and dig something else out. How about a cap? We need to do a cap. I think we may have done one of these a while back. It's kind of a unique one. And he's had to refresh every 5 minutes. Holy cow. This one I did paint the center in just because it really makes them pop. I think we did one of these a while back, but I don't remember if I painted it. So I painted this one because it stands out. This is about a 61 or 62 Oldsmobile. And it's very unique. It's one you don't see very often. Check this thing out. That ornament they used in that window is not very common, and a lot of people don't even know what it is, which is what's cool about hanging it up in your man cave or your bar, because people ask, what the heck is that? I've never seen that ornament. But that's what it is. It's Oldsmobile. It's all stamped in the cap. I did repaint the red. This argent around the outside edge is original. Does have a few dings and dents. Definitely nice and shiny and a clean-looking cap. I don't know where my tape measure went now that I need it. It's going to be about 10 inches in diameter. I don't know where my tape went. I had it laying here, but it is not here at this point. So anyway, anybody going to get us rolling on the Oldsmobile cap? 15 with Kevin L. Nice and shiny, stamped Olds cap. Kevin L at 15. Let's go ahead and get things rolling on that while I do some more looking at what we're going to do next. $20 with John. Just past that 30-second mark. Thanks, God. Appreciate it. $20 with John. 30 with Steve. 32 with Steve. He's covered himself just past the 1 minute mark. 32 with Steve. Ticking away, coming out of the end. I've got 32 with Steve. Anybody else going to jump back in here? And that gets it done. 32 with Steve. Okay, we haven't done an oil can yet tonight. This one's not in the book. I was just flipping through it. This is a mid-range condition can, but it is a cool one. It is metal. Advanced custom-made Texaco Haviland motor oil. This is actual painted steel. We do see some stains here. Small hole up here. The top has been cut out of this thing. Hey, Steve Reed's here. The back is still pretty much intact. It does have some staining around along the bottom. I'm going to guess this is probably 60s. So there again, it's 60 some years old. So, I mean, I guess it's justified to show a little age. And there again, you know, it's sometimes we slide some of these in because a lot of people don't want to spend 40, 50, 60 bucks on a can. So we'll start with something like, we'll throw something like this up that still looks pretty cool. Actual real deal metal can that's painted. Working with Wiley at 15 is still kind of a neat piece. And with the top cut out, you're not going to hurt anything if you put pans in it or put your pins or anything in it. So let's go ahead and get started on it. Wiley at 15. $30 seconds gone. Wiley at 15. $18 with Christine. One minute gone. 30 seconds left to go. $20 with Rico. Rico sneaking in there. 40s and 50s, so it's earlier than we thought. Thanks, Sean. Rico at 20. 22 with Guile, the car guy. Couple seconds left. Anybody else going to sneak in? And that does it. 22 with Guile, the car guy. Hey, it's Rico. It doesn't say Jess. You don't want to boo Rico. Oh. Okay. Everybody warmed up. Everybody refreshed and ready to rock and roll. Toy time. Yes, I have another yellow wrecker. Ain't as cool as my other one, but this one still ain't too shabby. But like I said, I paid so much money for those other ones, I have to sell off some of these others. So it ain't quite as cool, ain't quite as fancy, it ain't quite as clean, but it's still not bad. It's not busted up, it's not chipped. Just has a few more scuffs and scratches. All the wheels are there on the yellow wrecker, just like we got out of. That's right, Wiley, it's still cool. This is one there again that I was keeping. Nut Farm at 25 till I bought that collection. So, yeah, the hook's not broke off. I mean, it's it's not a bad piece by any means. So let's see. Nut Farm 25, Austin 30, Hippie 31, and let's get this thing rolling and on the timer. $35, $35. I've got 35 everywhere. 36 with Hippie. $30 seconds gone. $40 with the Nut Farm. $41 with Hippie. $37 with Steve. I've got $41 with Hippie as the current high bid. 1 minute gone. We got 30 seconds left. There's a ton of interest in this. Let's see where it goes. Somebody going to throw a 50 out there as a knockout blow, or what's going to happen? There it is. Austin with 50. $51 with Hippie. We're still going. We got a few seconds left, but it's getting tight down to the end. I've got 51 with Hippie. 52 with Austin, and that does it. 52 with Austin as we hit the 130 mark. Holy cow, that was tight. 52 with Austin. But that is still a super cool piece. So, all right, we'll squeeze at least one more Tootsie in yet tonight. But oh, I had something out here, right here. I was like, what am I looking for? I haven't done anything for our horn button fans yet tonight. Steve's 52 got there, just finally got here. So Steve's got, you got a heck of a delay, Steve. This one is off of, this. Actually, we haven't done anything for our horn button fans tonight. I think this was a 50. In fact, come to think of it, it's kind of funny that Yvette was on tonight. That actually is funny that Yvette was on tonight. I don't know if she's still with us or not. But I actually got this out of the car, out of one of the cars I bought at the auction she held up in Nebraska at the Chevy dealer, where they had that field of cars where the Chevy dealer never sold a trade in. This came out of a car that I got from that auction. So I don't know if Yvette got off or if she's still on tonight, but I thought that I didn't even realize that till I pulled this out. You're going to make me get that Corvette, the toy Corvette model out, aren't you, Steve? All right. We'll see what happens here, Steve. So this actually came out of a Plymouth that I bought at that auction. I've actually got another car coming in that came from that auction too. So this is from out of a 50 Plymouth I bought at Yvette's auction, where they sold that huge Chevy dealership up in eastern Nebraska. Gosh, that was like 12 years ago now. So for our horn button fans, I kind of got off course there. This is kind of like the Dodge one we did last week, kind of a Bakelite ring with the stainless center. We've got the ship right there in the center of it. This does come out of the ring. This actually was the button itself where you could push this down in the Bakelite ring. The Bakelite ring was mounted to the steering wheel. Yeah, you look that up, Dougster. It was quite a deal. It was a heck of an auction. It was a crazy deal. So that's where this came from, believe it or not. Out of a car that Yvette sold. So anyway, kind of a cool piece for our horn button people. This is original paint. It's kind of a beige color around here, blue around the ship like water, and then red on the sides of the shield. Yeah, it's a 50 Plymouth. That's exactly what it is. Guile starting us off at 25. There's the back side of it. It is a pretty clean original button. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate that. Yeah, we can talk about it. In fact, Yvette must have jumped off. I'll try to do some research on it and maybe get a hold of her, maybe get some more information on it so we get the story straight. But yeah, if you guys didn't hear, that was this. It was. I mean, and not only did he never sell a trade in, at the end of the year, he just parked the new cars that didn't sell. They had like 10 new mid 60s era Chevy pickups. They were rough, but they had like 4 miles on them. Yeah, it was a crazy deal. If you guys want, I can try to reach back out to Yvette and get some actual more in-depth info on that if you guys want. But you guys just tell me. So, but we can sure get into it. We can try to get some more information and get into the details on that. On the Plymouth horn button, I don't know. I think it was a base model because it didn't have a full ring. I think the Deluxe has had a full ring. So, okay, we'll see if I can reach out to Yvette and get some more of the actual details for you guys for an upcoming episode. Let's get this one on the timer. We have 30 with the Nut Farm right now. Hey, there's Michael Glagola. 31 with Dougster. $30 seconds gone. 60 seconds left to go. 40 with Kevin L. 41 with Dougster. 1 minute gone. 30 seconds left to go. Ticking away. Dougster at 41. Is that going to do it? We got a couple seconds left. 46 with Kevin L. And that does it. Kevin L sliding a 46 in there at about 127. One thing we have not done yet tonight, that I'm sure some of you guys are waiting on. I know you've been waiting with bated breath, anticipating. Whatever this is, go. 60 seconds flash auction. You get whatever this is. I don't know. I can't tell. Flash auction. Here we go. We're taking away 25, 20, 25, 25. Everybody's at 25. 27. Brand new Kansas license plate. Church is pulling up. 30, 30, 30, 24, 30. I got 30 everywhere. 30 seconds are gone. We got a few seconds left to go. We're just past the 30-second mark. I've got 30 everywhere. Somebody's got to hit a 31. Somebody's got to hit a 31 because I've got so many 30s on the screen, I don't know where to pick. We're coming down to the end. We got a couple seconds left to go. 32, 32, 31. I had Rico at 32. And that does it. I had Rico at 32, Steve at 32, and then Hippie at 31. Rico at 32. Alec had a 35. Michael had a 32. Holy cow. There was a bunch of stuff hung up, but Rico at 32 is who I had at the end. Do we open it, Rico, or do you want to hide it? Open. 72 truck. Man, these black plates are just, man. I mean, you can see every line in the stamping on this. That's how clean these are. Every line, every crimp from when these were stamped. All right, I got to write it down. I think there's been some 62 commercial trailers in some of this stuff, so there's a good chance there could be a 62 trailer pop up. So I don't know who stamped them back then. I don't know for sure what that meant in 72, if that was commercial truck or any pickup. I know we ain't had a Hudson badge in a while, or an Auburn badge. Let's see. Yeah, that sale was about 12 or 13 years ago. I think it was 2013, 2014. The only reason I remember that is I got the gray pickup as a 12 that I bought as a leftover at the beginning of 13, and I know I took it up there. So, yeah, it was kind of an alternate universe, actually. Up next, we're going to sell something kind of special for this episode. We're going to sell some emblems. Let me get reset here. I got so much stuff going on here. So I bet we break 1,000 chats tonight. What do you think, guys? We're going to break 1,000 chats tonight. I think we've done that once or twice. We may do her tonight. We got a good group going here. Next, we're going to sell an emblem. We're going to sell the 300 emblem. Yes, you're going to get the 300 emblem from tonight's episode. These are not broken. These are pop metal, stud mount. They are flat. They are chrome plated with kind of black around the edges. I think there was a new Vega at that auction. But yep, we're going to go ahead and sell the 300 badge for tonight for the 300th episode. All right, we ready to go? I got Hippie at 20. Michael at 18, Hippie at 20. So, there it is, the badge, the official number 300 badge. $25 with Michael Glagola. Just past the 30-second mark. Michael at 25. Alan at 25. Hippie at 26. $26 with Hippie as we come up on the 1 minute mark. 1 minute gone, 30 seconds left to go. Hippie at 26. 28 with Michael Gagola. Very true, Skippy. 30 with Michael Gagola, trying to cover himself as we come down to the end. We've got a few seconds left to go. Michael Gagola at 30. And that does it, Michael Gagola at 30. There, Hippie had a 31 in there. But we've got Michael Glagola at 30 on the 300 badges for the 300th episode. All right, guys. You want to do another toy? Always? Okay. This is another great one. It ain't quite as good as my other one, but this isn't a bad one. I think I'm going to call this one a repaint, okay? I'm going to call this one a repaint just so you guys know. We've got a promo tonight, Jeff, too. Right over there. We've got a promo if you guys want to do a promo. This one I got right now is another Tootsie, similar to one we looked at. I'm calling this a repaint. If it's not, it's a bonus to you, but I'm calling it a repaint on the Shell tanker truck. Like I said, I think this has been repainted. I see some excess silver back here, some things like that. The shell is actually stamped or cast into these trucks, cab over design, 48 to 50 era Ford. And there again, no chips, no breaks, no cracks. It's got the tires and wheels on it. Just like I said, I think it's a repaint. So I'm going to go ahead and sell this one off. That's what you got. Let's get it on the timer. I have Hippie at 45 is my high bidder on the Shell tanker truck. $30 seconds gone. Everybody just sitting on their thumbs now. $50 with Glenn. Yeah, I guarantee you there's snipers out there, Kevin. I think everybody just kind of showed their hands too early on the last one. 51. 52. 1 minute gone. 30 seconds left to go. 52 with Hippie. 53 with Dougster. $55 with Hippie. This could get interesting. There's a lot of interest in this thing, and it is killer. 56. Couple seconds left. We're just about ready to wrap this one up. 56 with Dougster. And that does it. Dougster at 56. It's a cool piece. There's no doubt about it. All right, guys. I got something I got to ask you, I guess. Steve is not going to let this go. Is there interest in auctioning this thing off? Steve's starting us off at 50. What do you guys think? I wanted it because of that, because it matches my sign. But on the other hand, I've never done anything with it. As we remember, the car is assembled, would need to be taken back apart. But it does have the bits and pieces in here. So, what do we think? Steve says I should sell this. I'm on the fence. What's your guys' opinions? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Steve, you still with us? Well, Steve's got a $50 bid out there. So, I guess if Steve's going to start us at 50, we'll go ahead and do it. Just because I've never done anything with it. Just because I like this and it matches my sign, but I've never done anything with it. So, you with us, Steve? I got to make sure Steve's here. Steve's the one that's starting us off, so I can't sell it unless I know he's on and ready to go. And there's been some delay issues on Facebook, and I haven't heard anything yet. So, all right, we'll wait and see if Steve jumps back on. Since he's got the opening bid, I got to make sure that he's on and ready to go. Yeah, that's right. We'll list it at $1 more, we'll buy it, and Steve won't be on and miss it. Hippie's got 30 to 45 second delays on Facebook. I'm wondering. I know there's been a lot of late bids tonight, for sure. Let's do another cap. We'll see if Steve's still out there. And we're almost 2 hours in, so we'll squeeze a few more things in yet tonight. We'll sell it, but I got to make sure Steve's on because Steve has the opening bid. Steve's already given us an opening bid, so if Steve's on, we'll go ahead and run it. But since he put the opening bid out there, I got to make sure he's around. Let's go ahead and squeeze a little Plymouth cap in, though. While we're doing Plymouth ships tonight, how about this one with the stamped ship and the rings on it? This is early 50s era. This is a stainless cap on a steel base. He's doing a silent auction. It's a little bit smaller, early 50s era. I think these rings were probably like a red on them. Originally, this is all faded off, but this is a relatively straight cap. It's not too beat up. It's got dings and scratches in it, but the ship is really clear and really evident on this one, which really makes it stand out. Mark at 10, John at 15 on the little Plymouth cap. Let's go ahead and get this one going on the timer. John at 15, and away we go. $16 with Mark. You could shave with it. That is true. $20 with John. 17 with Sean. I got 20 with John. So we definitely got some hang up here still. 22 with Sean. There we go. $23 with John. Coming up on that 1 minute mark. One minute gone. 30 seconds left to go. Taken away, coming out of the end. I've got John at 23. We've got a few seconds left. $25 with Kevin L. And that gets it done. $25 with Kevin L. to match his Plymouth horn button. Interesting tidbit, Duckster. Thanks for throwing that up there. Kevin had a 32. Wow, that was way late. I literally just saw Kevin Brown's 32. John had a 30. Yeah, Steve must have jumped off. So, yeah, I'm not sure what Steve must have jumped off for the evening. So we'll save it till next week and see, because he had the opening bid to get it started. So I hate to. He's been bidding on it for 2 weeks. I hate to sell it without letting him bid on it. Hudson badge. Up next, something we all love to do. The next piece you're going to buy is this. Go. 60 seconds on the timer. You get whatever is in here. Flash auction. We're live right now on whatever this brand new Kansas license plate is. 20, 25. Steve is back. Okay. 25 with Sean. 30 with Wiley. 30 seconds gone. 30 with Wiley. 35 with Steve. 'Getting close to that 1 minute mark. 35 with Steve. 37 with Sean. And that does it. 37 with Sean. All right, do we open it? Steve, we took a vote. Everybody said sell the Corvette model. We've been waiting on you. Open, okay. Oh, this is a great one. I love this color. I love the color on this one. I know what year this is by the color. The light blue 1967. Slight discoloration on this edge, but the 67 is just a very super unique color on the Kansas plate. This one is a trailer plate, but it's a beauty. Sounds good, Nut Farm. Glad you were here. All right, you still starting it at 50, Steve? I got to write this down now. Hold up. I got to write down the plate. All right, Steve is on the Corvette. Starting at 50, we've all looked at it. I still ain't 100% sure I want to sell it, but you guys all said sell it. You've seen it. It's partially built. Steve at 50, and it's on the timer. You guys talked me into it. Steve at 50 on the Corvette model. 70, 71 era AMT. Now we're all on the fence. Yeah. Steve, 55, just to make sure he's going to push everybody out. Just past the 30-second mark. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. If he was going to mess with him or not. 1 minute gone. 30 seconds left. Steve, 55. 56, Jeff from Ottawa. I've got 56 at Jeff. We're coming down to the end. Steve got another bid in there. And that got it done. Jeff at 56. Mark out of 57. Just too late. Guile had 60. Jeff at 56. Steve had a 60, a 62. There was all kinds of bids in there, and they were all hung up. There were 4 more bids that would have snipped Jeff that all got hung up in the system. What do you think, guys? We want to do a few more things, or you guys want to get off of here and get to bed tonight? Auctions. Auctions, auctions, auctions. We haven't done any plays from out of state. We can do a few more. I just know a lot of you guys want to get to bed at some point. So, Jeff, sell the model to Steve. Yeah, I'm sure it will. Big job. We haven't done any out-of-state plates, so let's squeeze one of those in yet tonight. Going back 90 years to the great state of Wisconsin. This is a good-looking plate for being 90 years old. Looks like it was kind of an off-white and a green. It's a little bit bigger than a standard-size plate. It actually has 8 holes in them, which actually look like they're all supposed to be there, probably for different mounting of the era. But considering this thing is 90 years old, I was pretty impressed with condition on it. So, anyway, let's get rolling on the 1936 Wisconsin. Something a little bit different since we haven't done any out-of-state plates tonight. Out-of-state for me. It might be in-state for you, but not for me. All right, let's get rolling. Who's going to start us off on the 36 Wisconsin? $10 with Dougster. 10 with Mark. $12 with Mark. 13 with Dougster. 13 with Dougster on the 36 Wisconsin. One minute gone, 30 seconds left to go. Dougster at 13. Almost down to the end. $13 a smoking deal on a 90-year-old plate. Just about ready to wrap it up. Jesse, 15. David D, 18. Michael Gagol at 18. I had David D first. 30 with Big Job. And that does it. 30 with Big Job on the 36 Wisconsin. That one got interesting. Holy cow. I'm not sure. It could be either way. I bet it's probably an I. For as straight as it is, I'm guessing that's probably an I. Let's do a can. Actually, we'll do 2 cans. One is significantly better than the other. So we're going to choice them. Obviously, I'm sure first choice is going to take the better one unless they take them both. So, okay, no problem, Jeff. Sounds good. Let's do this cans. One's much better than the other. We'll sell one, then unless the bidder wants to take both of them, then we'll sell the other one. Conoco 1 pound grease can. They are the same, but one of them is definitely better than the other. They're both still very legible. They both have the original caps on them. They are both old school, actual metal cans. So you're going to get choice, which obviously I would imagine you're going to take the best one unless you wanted them both. Some people, if you're doing a shelf in a certain brand, would take both. So anyway. All right, on the Conoco Super Lubes. Like I said, one's definitely better than the other. I've got John starting us off at 10, and you can take one or you can take both, which if he gets them at 10, I'm sure he would take both. But we're live and on the timer. These are the 1 pound greases. These are the great size cans. 15 with Sean. 16 with John. So we'll see who ends up with them. If they don't take them both, we'll see if the second bidder wants one. If not, we can always resell it. So 30 seconds gone. Probably 60s because they're metal and it's an older logo. 18 with Sean. 22 with Michael Gogola. One bid, one can. You get one. That's for one can. You can take them both 2 times the money. 1 minute gone, 30 seconds left. So if the winning bidder doesn't take them both, we'll see if the second bidder wants one. If not, we'll open it back up. So, but you're bidding on one can. 22 with Michael. Just about ready to wrap it up. 24 with Sean. And that does it. 24 with Sean. Pete was a second late. Big job, 25. Sean at 24. So you want both of them or you just want the better one, Sean? Okay, so this one is Sean's. Okay, I guess we're just going to have to open it back up because I don't know where all the rest of the bids were hanging at. So, yes, I think I've still got one out there, John, waiting to get something else in that box. So we've got this one left. So I guess since there were so many bids at the end that were late and all over the board, I don't really know what's the right way to do it other than just open it back up. So John at 15, and let's go on this one. $30 seconds gone. John at 15. 1 minute gone, 30 seconds left to go. John at 15. Sounds good, Dexter. Glad you were here. Just about ready to wrap it up. John at 15. Nobody's going to bump it up. Going to get this with one bid. And that did it. John at 15. Okay, Hudson Badge. What do you think, guys? It's getting close to 10 here. I know a lot of you guys have got to get off, get some sleep tonight. We good? You guys all good? I know if I ask if you want more auctions, you want to go all night. So you tell me. Whoa, hold up. David D hitting us with another supercharged super chat. Squeezing another supercharged super chat in here at the end of episode number 300. Thanks, David D. Appreciate that. And hey, guys, we wouldn't be at 300 if it wasn't for you. So awesome. Whoa, Sean coming in with another one too. Boom, Sean. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. How many is that? It's a bunch. Awesome, Austin. Supercharged super chat with Sean. Let me tally this up. 18 so far. Holy cow, that is insane, guys. 18 super chats. I bet we are over 1,000 chats overall tonight. We'll check that when we get done, and I will let you guys know next week if we busted 1,000 chats tonight. But we had a bunch going on, so I bet we did it. Everybody deserves a Hudson badge and an Auburn badge for all the work tonight. Had a great time. What else we want to do? Are we ready to wind things down? Are we ready to wrap it up? What do you guys think? That's right, Skippy. Thanks, David D. Appreciate it. Oh, man. What do you want to do? I suppose we probably should just go ahead and be responsible. I don't know why, but I suppose we should be responsible. And go ahead and get ready to wrap things up tonight. I had a great time with you guys. Number 300, that's amazing. This would never happen without the support of you guys stopping by, bringing your friends in. You want to do the promo? I don't know if they do or not on these big jobs. I've got a promo we can sell. We've lost. We'll do the promo next week, Jeff. And if you want to wait on your stuff till then, that's fine as well. Because we've had about 10 people drop off just in the last few seconds. So everybody wants to do the promo. We'll sell it next week. It's getting late. Everybody needs to get to bed, get to work tomorrow. I understand that. It's right over there. We will squeeze it in next week. It is awesome. It is an extra that I have. So we're going to sell it to you guys, or one of you guys. It's going to have a minimum on it because it is a real deal original promo. So sounds good, John. Appreciate it. And with that, I suppose we're going to be responsible and go ahead and wrap this thing up. Had a great time with you guys tonight. Thank you to all of you for being here and supporting what we do, getting this to episode number 300, getting it this far. We're all still here. We're having a great time, getting ready for the 3rd annual gathering of the Nobodies. It's crazy the community that this is coming in, or that is built, this continues to build into, all because of your guys' support. Thanks. Big job. The Johnny Carson comments still floor me. I still can't believe you guys, even consider this of any sort of entertainment, much less quality entertainment. But anyway, you keep coming back. We keep having a great time, and we're going to have even more fun the weekend of May 16th for the gathering of the Nobody. So if you want to be involved with that, let me know. And get your name on the list, get your ticket bought, and get locked in for that. It's going to be a great time. Shoot. Let's go ahead and put an exclamation point on this, guys. Once again, I can't thank all of you enough. 300 times we've done this. Even whoa, hold up. Skippy sliding one more supercharged super chat in. Boom. Look at that. One more supercharged super chat. That puts us to 19. Almost got to 20 super chats. That's craziness. Holy cow. Thanks, Skippy. Appreciate that. On the supercharged super chat. But, this doesn't happen without your guys' support, without you bringing your friends over, without you guys hanging out, participating in the auctions, participating in the raffles, really making this a community. The involvement on the No Buddies Facebook page that Andy and Zach put together for us, it's crazy. There it is, Sean. Slide us in with 20. Boom! Sean coming in with another one. Another supercharged super chat from Sean. Thanks. That puts us at 20. That is crazy. Thanks, guys. I super appreciate the support. And there again, to me, it's crazy that, not only it is a great group, but, it still amazes me that you guys come in here and hang out with me. I'm just the one that gets to sit here behind the webcams and babble all night. But, I am flattered that you guys think that there's at least enough entertainment value there. One, not only to hang out with me, but to participate in the auctions and hit me with the super chats because you feel what we're doing here is worthy of it. And that, whoa, hold up. Kyle coming in with another one. Boom from Kyle the car guy. Almost didn't even see that sneak in. It's crazy. Wow, 21. Nutso. Thanks, Kyle the car guy. I'm going to have to get a little more talented with this thing. With a supercharged super chat badge. Thanks, Kyle. Yep, it's still counted though. But that's the crazy part about it. Wait, you see we do at 400. Okay. That's a long ways off, guys. Holy cow. Glad you were here, Michael. Thanks, Scott. And that's the great thing about it, John, is a lot of us have never met each other, but we've gotten such a community here with the group, with the Nobody's Facebook page, everybody hanging out. And maybe you can make the gathering, John, if that's possible. Get with me and we can get you signed up for that. It's and that's been the great thing about the gathering is putting names to faces and shaking hands and just I could be a cheerleader. I don't know about that. If that's because it's been great doing that, because it is such a great group of people that we are all awesome except for Christine's mouth, right? Boom. Didn't see that coming in, did you? You're not going to live that one down. So sounds great, Hubcap. That'd be awesome if you could make it. Thanks, Sean. I don't know about that, but sounds good, John. It's great the way this thing is coming together. It really is a community that continues to grow and build, and it's all because of your guys' support. You tell your friends about it. They stop by. Some of them stick around, some of them don't, but it just continues to grow and build. My subs keep building. I'm obviously nowhere near a big YouTuber with these guys with 100,000, 200,000 million subs. And hopefully I'd get there someday. It'd be nice, but who knows if you ever will. Getting 1 million subs on YouTube I equate that to winning the lottery. If something goes viral and you hit like that, but regardless, we've got something really great here that's been working, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. And that's how the gathering and everything continues to grow and continues to build. That's why it started. And this year we've got, we're 2 months out, and we have, I think last year that week we had 17 or 18 people signed up, and we've got 26 signed up now. And that's why I'm looking at the point where we're going to get to the point where we're going to have to cap it, because we just can't have so many people running around here that, we couldn't manage it. Even with the helpers that I've got in the yard, it still would be tough. So anyway, I know you guys need to get going. I know it's getting late, but this doesn't happen without you. And I can't express my thanks enough to all you guys for being here and making it happen and building this into what it is. So but it's kind of a neat deal. So anyway, I know you guys need to get going. I cannot retire. Sunday night wouldn't be the same. I don't know how many years I can do this, but we're 5 years in now or whatever. Yeah, a little over 5 years, because we haven't gotten every Sunday night. So, that goes back, and you got to remember the first ones of these we did was basically just me on Facebook. We weren't even on YouTube. In fact, I don't even know. I think I was starting to play with YouTube when I first started doing these, but nothing to the extent that it is now. The first 6 months was just dinking around on Facebook. And then as I got more and more into YouTube, then obviously it expanded to both. It's been weird. The flip-flop has been kind of weird. Facebook, when I first started, this is pre-meta, there'd be 40 or 50 people on Facebook and 10 people on YouTube. Well, now we've got 50 or 60 people on YouTube and 10 or 15 people on Facebook. And then when they switched to Meta is when something got weird with their live algorithm with Facebook. But by then we had such a crowd on YouTube already building that, obviously we had something to work with. So the guys that still want to jump in on Facebook, it's great. We can still bring it up. But, obviously the bulk of the crowd has shifted to YouTube at this point. So thanks, Big Job. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you. That's why we're here at 300. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I know it's getting late. I'm going to wrap things down. I got to move this pile out of the way so that I can get away from the desk. We didn't sell enough stuff. There's still a big pile here. But regardless, we had a lot of fun, didn't we? So anyway, guys, I thank you for everything. I'm glad you had fun. Tons of great comments about the show and what I do. And I'm humbled by it. I don't necessarily know that I do that great of a job, but you guys are here and you enjoy it, and that's what's important. So with that, we hope to see you right back here next week for 301. Oh, no, wait a minute. I won't be here next week. Swap meets next week. So I will try to get on for a while. I will probably be Facebook only, but I will be on the road. Yeah, no kidding. Big Job. That's coming up here pretty quick. So next week will be an on-the-road version, and I don't know what's going to happen. I got Wichita Swap Meet. I'm going to try to make Lincoln. So there's going to be all kinds of stuff going on next weekend, but I will probably be on the road next week. So that means that we'll do something, but it'll be an abbreviated version. Should we do a live from the swap meet? We can do that. Sanderson might be there. Are you coming, Glenn? Shoot, we all see you can show up at the Wichita Swap Meet and do a live with all you guys that show up. We can definitely do that. So if you come to the Wichita Swap Meet, stop by the booth. We'll squeeze a live in with all of us. What the heck, right? New Braunfels Swap Meet coming up. I've been to that one, but it's been years. When I worked for Chrysler, I was actually on assignment down in that area at that point. And you'll be there Saturday. I don't know how long I'm going to be there Saturday, Kevin, because I'm going to try to get on the road and catch Lincoln as well. So Saturday is going to be kind of up in the air for me. I will be there all day Friday for sure. Saturday, if I'm there Saturday, it's going to be, I'm going to be out of there hopefully mid to late morning, if I even stay Saturday. So Saturday is going to be a crapshoot for me at Wichita. Friday, I will be there all day. But yeah, when I was working for Chrysler, I actually did catch the New Braunfels Swap Meet one year. I was working in that area. I was assigned down into that area. So I did catch New Braunfels one time. Anyway, guys, I keep saying this, and I know we keep getting sidetracked. But let's, I know I need to get done here. We keep getting off on different tangents. Let's give you another Hudson badge. Sean and Christine will be at the New Braunfels Swap Meet. So that's awesome. Maybe you guys can catch up there. But anyway, thanks for being here. We will see you next week. Hopefully from somewhere, somehow. But like I said, it may be YouTube only next week. We'll see how things shake out with my travels and how the swap meet weekends go. Yeah, crazy. 300 episodes. Wow. So anyway, that's it. Let's wrap up number 300. We'll see what happens at 301 wherever I end up next weekend. If something goes haywire and I can't get on, I will definitely let you know. But anyway, have a great week, everybody. We sure hope to see you same bat time, same bat station on your end next week. I don't know where I'll be, but on your end it'll be the same. And we'll have another get together. Thanks for being here. Thanks for 300. Yeah, there you go. Wear your nobody shirts. And have a great week, everybody. And let's keep this ball rolling. So we will see you next week. We'll get some more new content out this week. And we'll bring you some stuff from the swap meet. We'll try to bring you a live from there. And Friday night, I will try to get a video up that will be just a normal video from the swap meet. So the members video that went up last Friday, you won't probably see for 2 weeks, because if we do a video from the swap meet, we'll probably just throw it up Friday night for everybody. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. And everybody get some rest, especially you, Big Job. You got to get up in a little bit and get out of there. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I appreciate everything. Where's my end button at? They don't even give me an end button anymore. They changed all this. There we go. They changed it up over to here. Holy cow. YouTube changed my screen around. I couldn't figure out how to end it. My button is usually right down in the middle, and now it's up over here in this far corner. My timer's over there, too. I've been looking for my timer all night. It's up over there now, too. Holy cow. Anyway, we got all that figured out. Thanks, everybody, and we will see you next week.